What's up, YouTube? So this is a real tough question. But I was asked about Gladys Knight and the Pips. What was their peak in their prime? This is tough because Motown, they were on there briefly in the late '60s. But when you think about I Heard It Through the Grapevine, their version, which was danceable and bumping, they hit with that. But then we could go to the Buddha Records era in the '70s, which probably I think should come out on top because their biggest hit, Midnight Train to Georgia, and on, and the Curtis Mayfield Productions, and so many songs that Gladys Knight led them. It was amazing. I mean, she's one of my favorite female vocalists ever. Lil Richie used to call her the Queen, you know, and she's up there for me. I don't think I can tell you that there have been. If I'm honest with you, I can honestly say in the last probably 30 years, I don't think I've heard anyone that was better in the post Whitney era. I don't think I've heard another female singer in the last 25 years that can touch her. Just saying. So that's just that. I just think that just what she left a lasting impression. Um, but I think the '70s era would probably, I think, overall. But when we get to the '80s now, let's put that in perspective now. When she worked with Leon Silvers in particular, you know, and then she worked with Calloway, but Love Overboard was a hit. But Save the Overtime for me was the bop. That thing still goes hard. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, you be cabbage patching. I mean, that song grew. You're number one in my book. I will fight the one she did with Ashford Simpson. She had some bumps. They had some bumps in the '80s, and they had some funky cuts too. So it's close. I mean, if I take a classic I heard through the grapevine and some of that stuff from Motown, which for anybody else would have been a good career and you'd have been straight. But then you get into the '70s, had incredible run of songs that were soulful, which was the soul era, and then the '80s had shit some funky jams. I'm going to probably say, in all honesty, I'll probably say probably like 68 to about 74, 75. I said that was their primary peak. But the '80s hits were bumping though. But again, and it's an interesting act to mention because um the songs were that great. They were that distinctive. And it's when you listen to the totality, you're thinking to yourself like, man, they really have some great songs. And and then so anyway, that's where I come down with it though. But I'd be curious as to what people got to say about them because to me, she's the Pips were bad too. Them cats' background were bad. So liked it all that. And so you can make a case for the '80s too. I mean, but I think really the '70s, I'd say that mid '70s period was the best and the whole thing. But I think that, the soul era, Gladys Knight and the Pips, one of the baddest family acts, one of the baddest vocal groups ever. And that's a great question because I usually kind of get stumped when I remember I had that on cassette or tape, all three of those eras, and I was sitting there like, wow, who can go through three different eras with different companies and hit like this? Think about it because it doesn't ever get talked about. People talk about other acts with longevity. Gladys Knight and the Pips had quite the run. Let me know what you think though below in the comments. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.